Hello, everyone. Uh, Welcome to another session of Chat with Chamindra. So today is one different kind of a vibe of a session I have. I don't have a guest with me, but it is something I wanted to do, and I thought of doing this. Especially the month of October is the month of there is something of a reflection on the month of October, where my father celebrates his birthday, and it's a bittersweet moment as well because next year it will be 10 years since he passed. So this session is more of a reflection of his good thoughts and good deeds and how it has helped me to proceed with Chat with Chamindra as a podcast. And I'm going to share some lessons that will be helpful for you as well from his life. So it will be helpful for you to grow in your career as well as your personal life as well. And how it has helped me to carry on with my podcast as well. So the first lesson, what I first thought of was the power of consistency. To begin, he was someone who was born and bred in the southern part of Sri Lanka, in Tangol. He was a boarder. He was a full boarder at St. Thomas College, Mount Lavinia, and with the way he started from the travels from those experience and staying there at St. Thomas's and doing all his work day and day out and achieving things even though he's away from his family. He didn't worry. He was very focused on what he wanted to achieve in life. So he focused on them and he achieved his goals in college. He was a school prefect. He played for the rugby team, lot of things. And even when his work life, he did the same thing. He focused on his work and got his work rolling and achieved a lot of milestones. He performed every day, and from starting from a entry level manager, he was able to reach the top. He became the senior general manager of Ceylon Petroleum Corporation. So this is something that inspired me as a kid as well, and even for the podcast as well. This podcast initially it was just about two or three subs, and I was having different vibes. Should I do this? When I have this opportunity, do I take it? Should I do all these things? But with these lessons and all this, aura and vibe and all these lessons that I learned, I understood that if you do the small matters, you consistently do the events and do these podcast events, the growth will come, the consistency will come, and as well as if you perceive and do all the things right, you can grow your channel. And I'm happy to say I have been able to grow from zero subscribers to 100 plus subscribers now. It's still growing, still the beginning, but still you have to start somewhere and you give that consistent power, right? I have been able to get the guests, some people that I never thought I would be able to get. I should thank all the guests that initially helped me to do this podcast when I was starting it very small. And now since everybody who has joined since then have able to give value to you as lessons as well as help me to achieve my goals in this podcast. So the first lesson I learned from my father and I want to pass it on to you as well. Do all things consistently. What you love, you do it consistently. Perform each and every day. Be there. The power of consistency matters for you to achieve your goals. The second lesson, of course, is hard work never goes away, and most of all, you need to be very, very down to earth when you achieve success. So, again, if I come to an example from my father's life, he was right fully engaged in what he was doing. He was doing certain, he was in a very tough job whole of Sri Lanka because he was once the manager who had the authority of managing the whole fuel distribution in the country, right? So whenever there was no fuel, calls will come to him and he has to make sure that petrol bowser goes there and the fuel is pumped up and everything is ready. During his tenure, there was no fuel shortages, only when it was the supply was not there, when the ships were not there. But other than that, there were no fuel shortages because he was always managing that like he did theirs, and he was very down to earth as well, right? And he was very respectful for his elders and his managers, senior superior managers, even the ministers. He was used to call sir to them. That's the normal way those days, right? You call sir to your seniors and superiors. He was very down to earth. He didn't he gave those respect, and he was very down to earth when his success was achieved. Something that I also try to put into myself as well during the last 40 years of my life. So whenever I go to anyone, any senior, even when during work, even when I'm approaching very uh, distinguished guests for my podcast, I try to be very down to earth and respect their views and try to get them to be, have a positive frame of mind of me when joining my podcast. Sometimes you have to be like that to achieve your success. That's what is the lesson I want to give it to you guys as well. You have to be very down to earth. You have to have humility in life, right? You should not have a big head and think I am the man, I am superior than anyone else. You have to take a step down and listen to others and respect their views as well. That's how you can achieve success. So that's one another point I wanted to point out. The third point I want to point out is have that special core people in your life and treat them with love, dignity, give your time to them, support them, and take care of them. Because those are the people that will be there with you from the beginning to the end. So another example from my father's side, he was working outstation, right? He was working in Anuradhapura once, and he was in Matara once, so outside of Colombo. He used to come to Sri Lanka, Colombo, only during weekends. So we didn't have time to interact with him a lot. But when he came during weekends, he made sure that he spent the whole time with us. He would take us to a nice dinner, do the shopping with us, watch some cricket matches with us, lot of things. He would always make sure that work is stayed away and he will spend time with us and give us a quality time. I miss those times. I just want to share something with you quickly. This one time I went to watch a match with him. This picture. This is what I have as a memory. This is when Kumar Sangakkara hit 169 runs, right, against South Africa. We won that match. Still his highest one-day score, right? So this one when we went during one of the weekends when he came down, he took me and we went to watch the match. So like that, he used to give that time to us. I also do the same. I also do that. Those qualities have come down to me like water flowing down from a river, right? It has naturally come down to me, right? And I've tried to spend time with my wife and my kids, and I try to pass these values to my son and daughter as well, right? So I try to spend time with them. I give my whole time when I'm not working or doing podcasting. I spend time with them, help them with their homework. So what I want to tell you was try to do the same to your loved ones. Have that small core family people with you, supporters with you, who will always be your cheerleaders. Be with them, support them to grow, just like you're growing. With, by doing that, you are helping them to be better people. And one day they will become the best version of themselves and they will be thanking you for being there for them when they needed you the most. So never forget all your loved ones who are always with you. You will have friends, you will have working colleagues, lot of people, but the ones who will be there from the beginning to the end will be your family. So keep them very close to you and you will be well versed and be happy and you can achieve your goals as well very happily because you know you have some support system with you to cheer you on. So another lesson I wanted to share was keep at it, do the hard things. My father used to do that. He did the hardest things when we got married and all those things. He had certain situations where he faced a lot of hard problems, right? For example, before my wedding, my father's mother passed away on the same week, right? On the same week, he had to celebrate a wedding of his son, the first wedding in the family, as well as take care of his mother's funeral. That was a very difficult situation for him, right? But he took hard decisions there. He said, the wedding will go on, the funeral will go on. So he finished the funeral work and everything early. He did everything. He didn't miss anything. He did everything. Even gave the 7 days alms giving to his mother as well. He managed everything nicely and he enjoyed the wedding as well. And he made sure my wedding went on without any postponements or any issues. So that he was that kind of a mentality. He had that kind of a mentality. So this is something that really struck me those days, and even I try to do the same. I sometimes have that kind of problems, even when my podcasting. When you try to get guests, some people don't accept your invitations, right? You feel sad, but I will not take that as a what do you call a setback. I'll take it as a strength, and I approach another person, right? I tell them about the value that chat with Chamindra brings to them. So like that, whenever you face adversity, you try to build a strong mentality and try to fix that, right? And you do what you need to do. Do that, and you will be okay. Never let any adversity, any problems bring you down. Always try to achieve your goals and objectives. Whenever that such a situation comes, take the right decision at that moment and achieve that goal. It will take you a long way, and it will bring your personality. It will make you an alpha male, alpha female. That's how you should be working on. So that is another lesson that I want to bring. And last but not least is about living each moment. My father had a very strange life, right? Around 61 years. Not that old, not that young. Right? He didn't expect what happened to him. Right? He died of a brain tumor. He didn't have any signs of that early in his life. Suddenly got ill, and we found out that it was a brain tumor. And he passed away 6 months after discovery, right? After discovering that he had cancer. So he had a few regrets, but overall he didn't have a regrets anything, because he has done a lot of things to myself, to my brother and sister as well. So he lived each moment to the fullest. And although he had regrets, he was happy in the end, because he has made sure that all of our lives were okay to be managed by ourselves. There were certain situations with my sister, of course. She was just still finishing her studies. That's the only regret he had. But he made sure still my sister will also get a good education and something as a saving, at least, to build upon and build her life, right? So that's what I wanted to tell you. The next, we don't know what will happen to us, right? I might be standing and talking to you right here, sitting and talking to you like this, but next day, but I don't know what will happen to me. But I make sure I do this session really well for you guys with this information, and I make sure I do each podcast and everything really well. Even I make the guests, I make sure I give them my fully attention. Even to my family, I make sure when I spend time with them, I give them my fullest attention. So spend time with your loved ones, spend time with your friends, do what you do really well, and make sure each moment counts, because you don't know what the future holds, and you will be better in what you do as time goes on. If there's nothing, I'm not saying anything bad will happen, but when you give your best in each moment, the results will be really positive. So this is what I just wanted to share with you guys today. It's a reflection of my father's dreams and goals and his qualities that has truly inspired me and has made me what I am today. And the conversations I build on Chat with Chamindra are some of built based on those foundations of qualities and habits that has been inculcated to me by my dad. And same thing, I do that by passing them on to my son as well and to my daughter. They will do the same to their kids as well someday, hopefully. So Chat with Chamindra is not just about, talking about literature, technical work, technique, work, art, or music. It's all about building conversations, making real conversations, and helping people to grow. So, do check out my channel and listen to the other amazing podcasts I had with very various individuals who have been really good enough to join with me in my sessions and have shared some awesome thoughts and views about all their respective areas. It's a knowledge hub, and it will continue to be a knowledge hub to you. So do subscribe and do watch all the episodes and learn something. When you do that, you will be happy with the knowledge, and I'll be happy and motivated to do more episodes like that with similar guests in the future, which I will continue to do. Right. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Chat with Chamindra. And I wish you all, everyone, all the very best. And make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for some great episodes, epic episodes like this. Cheers. Bye for now.